What is up, guys? It's Magic the Gamer back today with another video of Minecraft. Now today is not a crazier day than it is besides today. Yeah, pretty much today is the most craziest day I've had. So today I had blown up this whole section. I've cleared it, as you can tell. I still got a lot of work to clear this path, but like I said in a couple of videos, if you have an idea and you want it in my world, don't hesitate to suggest it. I have multiple worlds and pretty much I have multiple worlds. Now this, guys, we're going to teach you how to build something. Hold on, let me take care of this pork chop here. Because we don't need that. Come on, I'm trying to drop this stuff and it wants to give me more stuff. Alright. So in this video, we're going to show you how to build an air aquarium. Now, aquariums are really fun to build and really amazing to build. Aquariums are pretty easy as long as you know how to do it. So I'm going to try to teach you the simple way to do it. Now, first of all, you want to measure it from wherever your wall is to make sure it is right here. This is the edge of the block, so we're going to start it up. We're just going to build a tower right now just to give you an angle of what it is. You can build it however tall you want. We're going to build it all the way until it hits that, like that. So that way it gives you a deal. Now I'm going to do it probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do I want to stop there? Is that a big aquarium? Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we'll do a 10 by 10, I think. Or 10 by whatever the heck we stop at. And we'll get this one up. Just for now, we're just going to get them up. We'll probably cut them later. How the heck did that get broke? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that's definitely past 12. That's definitely, I'm not counting that. That's way past that. Alright, to make sure yours is at least a 2 block away from this, I'm going to do a 3 block just to give it an extra gap because of the trapdoors. And well, let's get this one up while we're at it. Then you want to make sure the other one is lined up to where it is, which will be... this block here should be right about there. I think that's about lined up, yeah. So right now, guys, this is what we got so far, just lined up. It should show you kind of similarly what we're doing. Now, let's get the floor in place. Now, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the white pale oak wood as the floor. As you can tell, I didn't cover the grass very good, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's flat where you can able to build it, I think that's pretty much all that really matters. But right now we're going to cut this to show you guys what we're going to do. Make sure you cut underneath the wooden blocks. I didn't realize how massive the hole that I covered up, to be honest. I didn't check that when I looked. Now don't think I don't read your comments. I do read your comments. I read them all the time. So last comment was to build a flying boat. I did that. I showed you guys a picture. I posted that a couple minutes ago, I think, or a couple hours ago, of a picture of a flying boat that I built. I didn't build it in this world. I built it in a different world. I kind of didn't want, because if I do a flying boat in this world, you think it's gonna fit the scenarios? It might look a little weird. Now, if it's just a regular pirate ship, you know, in the boat, it might look good. But I don't think about this. Oh, you know what? Before I close this off, I'm going to build a spawner. Spawn some iron golems down there because I'm really getting sick and tired of it. Let's get some light down there so that way the iron golem can see who he's fighting against. This is insane, dude. Wait, what the heck? Is there another tunnel leading out? Don't wonder why they're coming through my village. Oh my gosh, I blocked off that entry thinking that was the only entry. Now I'm having to block this entry off too. Dang, they make it so where there's so many ways to get in. I'll worry about that guys later, to be honest. I thought my base was actually secure, but there's like an extra secret passage to get under, and that's not good. You don't want that to have that in your building. So let's get some of these guys in here. I'm gonna block that off with the wood just because I don't have that. Help them out, get them up here so that way they can take care of these. I just don't want them there. I kind of just don't want like all the mobs spawning under the house and making it to where you know, they blow it up. It's not really a house, but you know what I mean. I just don't want them blowing it up. Now this is a pretty big aquarium, so we're gonna make sure we put pretty much every single, I think we have almost every single water animal in this. I don't think they have sharks yet. I don't think they added that one on this one. Because the latest update I've got was the copper one, unless it's online. But alright guys, so let's make sure we got everything. You don't want to use pale oak wood. You don't want to use dark oak wood. I would recommend using, I meant oak wood. I would recommend using dark oak wood. But before we get started, let's figure out this. Alright, so I am thinking about using, yeah, let's use that instead. We're going to use the stone brick, which looks like this, if you guys don't know what that looks like. And we're going to make sure it's at least a 2 block. Now here's the fun part. You want to make sure that you raise this one up to the same height, which that looks about right, but who knows. Once you get that done, you do want to make sure that you, okay, let's get rid of the torches. You want to make sure that this does go up higher. So that's where you want to stack it up. I would probably recommend at least a 3 block high. I'd probably recommend, yeah, probably a 3 block. We'll start it with the 3 block and see like exactly how we like it. You want to make sure it looks like that. Now, since you got that done, you want to make sure, no, you don't want to put that. You want to make sure you do the white oak wood, unless you don't want to use white oak wood. You can use whatever oak wood you want. In this one, I think I'm going to use probably the spruce. Yeah, let's use spruce. We haven't used spruce in a while. Let's use the spruce. So we're going to go with the spruce log, just to cover this side up for now, just so I can show you kind of the similar. We'll do it about there. So guys, this is the entry wall. And once you get that done, you want to make sure, let's use the oak planks. We're going to use oak planks so it's a little bit lighter. And you want to make sure it's at least the platform like that. You can do it however long you want. It could be all the way here, however you want to do it. Now since we got that done, we want to make sure we get the back row done. We're just going to get the back row so it shows you kind of similar of how we're actually doing it. You technically do not have to build the back row. If you feel like you don't want to build the back row, you don't have to build this back road. It's up to you. I'm going to destroy it because I'm going to destroy it until it gets like right there. I think that's probably the only section I'm going to leave. Because you got to think, this is aquarium. Oh, maybe just raise that up a little bit. You know, make it a little bit where it has a little bit of gap. Now, since you get that done, you do want to make sure you have glass. Now, I'd probably recommend using thin glass, because thin glass is a lot easier and doesn't take that much space. So I would think about using thin glass like that, but you don't have to necessarily use blue glass like that. You can use, I meant clear glass. You can use white glass, gray glass, any type of colored glass that you prefer. Wait, how does it look on the blue glass? Because I gotta have water. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick with the clear gas, guys, to be honest. Now this is a pretty simple build. If you have trouble, like I said, just make sure to contact me through the Discord or Facebook. So you want to make sure you get at least this all the way up to at least a 3 block on the glass all the way around. So that's what we're going to start with, guys, is we're going to make sure that these glass blocks are at least a 3 block like that, so it's not blocking any deals. You want to make sure this side is the same way. There you go. So that's what it looks like, guys. So that is the starter of the aquarium. Now you got to understand that this aquarium has some of the most dangerous creatures in it. So we're going to make sure we add some safety gear. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add some safety harnesses in there. And we're going to make sure to line here to where they don't. Now since we've got a cave here, we want to make sure this does feel home. So that's where we're going to take all this white oak that we just placed. Probably going to replace it with some seagrass. I think, wait, what is like the ocean? I got to go look in the ocean real quick, guys. Hold up. Just so I can get a feel of what like's underneath here. I think it's just gravel. Yeah, it's mostly gravel. Okay, we can use gravel. That works. That will work, I guess. There's got to be at least multiple entrances to this deal. I thought it was like the most safest, but they're just always finding ways to get deal. Alright, so guys, we are going to make sure that we use gravel. You don't have to technically use gravel. You can use sand. clay or whatever type of material you feel comfortable with using. So we're going to start with the gravel for now. Let's put that on the first one so I know where that one's at. And we're going to make sure this, that was not what I wanted to destroy, but that's okay. I can patch that up. The only problem about gravel is every time you do place it where there's a hole there, you end up having to place more than what you actually like wanted to place. So you're gonna make sure this does feel kind of welcome to the animals. You gotta understand, this is gonna be so much fun trying to get this gravel actually to like stay. It's gonna be a lot harder because I didn't realize how big the holes are. You can destroy the white wood if you want. You can leave it however you want. I did it that way just so I can kind of get the base. I was going to destroy it anyways later. Let's get rid of all this. Come on. There we go. We're doing it. Yay. I love creative because the creative is a lot faster to build. Even though it doesn't really give you the much electric. Oh my gosh, dude. You can see that hole there. I'm going to try my best to patch this up. I don't know what it's going to do. It's going to really hate me. So we are going to start with some grass. We're going to do it, the gravel on probably the outside. We're going to start with that, I think. We're going to start with the gravel. I kind of don't want the villagers to like actually just fall in the ocean and die. That's another reason why I'm kind of doing safety harnesses too. Because you got to understand, villagers are not that smart and they will fall in the water no matter what. Alright, come on. I really wish the gravel would let me do it. Okay, it will. Alright, I'm going to make sure this is a tube lock all the way around. You want to make sure that it happens when you are building gravel to make sure, or especially if you're doing this type of... There we go, I think that will work. Come on, there we go. There we go, that will work, I guess. So you want to make sure it's at least a 2-block like that, and then you want to take the sand. You can add sand in there to make it a little more homey. We're going to do a 1 layer, it's probably the same thing that we did on the gravel, just to make sure that it, you know, kind of feels a little homey for the animals and the sea creatures. We're going to place some seagrass later in the hole. So when you get done, it's going to kind of look like this. You don't technically have to follow along. You can do your own design. At the bottom, you can do whatever percent. That is 2, and that is 2, and that is 2. I want to make sure it's kind of 2. This one's the only one that has to be a little bit bigger. Then once you get done, it's time to add some color and lights to it. Now you know that normal torches will not work in water, so we can't use torches. This is why, guys, unfortunately, we have to use what we have to use, unfortunately. So let's add some seagrass. Let's add some kelp. What else can we add in water? What is other that's water? Like, I don't think a turtle egg. Wait, can we play a turtle egg in water, or will that drown it? I think that might drown it. I don't think that's a good idea to actually add that. What about the sea lanterns? That's not a sea lantern. That's a jungle lantern. Why would they have bedrock? That doesn't make any sense. Wait, infectious. What the heck does this mean, infection? Does it like infect you when you try to break it or something? Like, that's a little confusing. Okay. Anyways, I'm confusing myself. Alright, let's try using sea lanterns. I think sea lanterns will work. You want to make sure this is homing, so we gotta make some light. Some light. And let's put. Oh, we can't play seagrass? Wait, what? Why can't we play seagrass? Hold up. Let me try this on the outside. I have to go all the way here just to find out like exactly why it won't let me play it. Okay, well let me play it on gravel. Maybe it's because the water's not there. That's probably it. The water's not there to keep them alive, so they're just drying out. That makes sense. At least that makes sense. Sorry, my wall is super massive. Yeah, that explains why that. We're adding to the grass later. All right, let's see if we can do it. Come on. Come on, I need to fill up the water. I want to make sure this water is, leveled up. Hopefully this will actually work, 'cause I'm kind of actually nervous to see if this will actually work. Oh my gosh, dude, it will break the glass. Wait, it has so much pressure to break the glass. Hold up. Wait a minute, we did something wrong. We did something wrong. I think we might need to use the bigger glass. That thing glass just broke. Yeah, that might not be a good idea, especially if we have animals. Well, see, it doesn't look like it's broke, but let me see something. If I put that type of glass and I put water on that. Oh, see, yep, see, there's that. Hold on, let's see if we break that and put that there. How is that possible? How does the thin water don't keep it? Alright, we're going to replace all this thin glass, because otherwise the water's just going to rise out. We don't need that. So guys, it might be better off to just stick with the thick glass and not the thin glass. Because it doesn't seem like the thin... Oh my gosh, I'm destroying more, and these creatures don't help. Don't worry, I'm in creative, so it shouldn't take that long to fix up, which is really sucky when you're trying to have them build. And then you end up having to worry about this. I didn't realize that the water was actually going to spill out. I thought the glass was actually going to protect it, but it looks like I'm going to have to use a more thicker layer of glass, which is not what I wanted. But right now, I guess that's what we're going to have to do. Which is really so much fun, because you just place all this, and then you destroy it. Dang it, and see, that's the problem with the thin glass. You end up breaking the sand behind it. Why is there so many creatures in my mobs? Like, seriously, get out of here. This is the one. I probably should have turned the mobs off, but I kind of want to leave the mobs in, so it kind of gives them a little bit of character, or a little bit of, design. Dang it, I'm destroying that. I hate this. See, it's the middle one I don't have a problem with. It's this bottom one. Dang it. Dang it, I'm destroying the gravel again. This is really so frustrating trying to get this done. Also, it doesn't help that the mobs are actually trying to get there, and they're trying to piss me off in the process. Alright, let's make sure that we get this done right. Alright guys, so we're going to start with that. I think we're done. I don't think we need that. Yeah, I don't think we need that anymore. I think the water is good. I think the water will be fine. Let's see if we put a little pressure on that. Okay, it actually doesn't actually break. Wow, okay guys, so I would definitely recommend using the more sturdy glass than that, because that just broke. Right now guys, I'm just raising up to a second level like this. Just so I can kind of get the feel of it. Hold up, I gotta go kill these guys real quick. They're not supposed to be in this. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, get rid of all those little things that we don't need those in the build. As you guys know that we do have sea lanterns, which we probably should have put more than just 2, which is what we're going to be doing. If you guys know, you can see the mobs, or see the creatures. Wait, why is that one sticking out? Wait, hold up. What? It might be because of the stairs, I don't know. Let's make sure that we add some sea lanterns. I think we can do it. Yeah, we're going to stack these up. Just so that they can see, you know, see the animals. Hey guys, this is what it looks like so far. It doesn't look too bad. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that this, since it is a 3 level, you want to put another level of glass on it before you add this. Now guys, you want to add the oak planks on the 5th one. You want to make sure it at least blocks it off. So you don't want to do it all glass, otherwise it might not stay. So you at least want to cut it off. Now, that's not saying that the actual place is completely done. Oh, that might have been my fault. I think I missed that one. That should probably be stone. What the heck? What is that getting up, dude? That's what's so crazy. Why am I destroying that every time? Every single time. Oh, it's a horse. Every single time I'm trying to build, I end up destroying that. Wait, that's the wrong one. I end up destroying something else. Alright guys, this is what it's going to look like so far. It does not look too bad. And then we go with the glass again. We got to go with glass. Make sure you do a 4 block on the glass. You do not want to do it any lower, because this is going to be a big water deal. No, we're not going to block it off with just enough. That's kind of why we actually add the middle deal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we went past it. I didn't realize how tall I was doing. So why do we add the dill, you may ask? Okay, the planks is just to block it off, so that way you actually can put animals on it. So when it gets to that point where you're like, why did he add so much wood and stuff? So guys, we are adding a lot of creatures in, or a lot of sea creatures in here, as many sea creatures as we can possibly get. Now this is a big tank, so you can split it off in multiple directions and zones. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to be we're going to split the bottom one with the bigger ones, and then we're going to split this second stairs level with some more creatures, but mostly like the lower ones, maybe. Let's put some grass here. We're going to put some seagrass all over the place. We're going to put it all over the place. We want to make sure this animal does get fed a lot. I'm going to say the dolphins probably be like right here. We'll put the dolphin at like the bottom of the floor. You can add as many technically stuff as you want. I'm just overrolling it with weeds pretty much. That's what I'm doing. That's pretty much what it is. Where's the dolphin? Don't we have wait, it's on the other side. I end up forgetting where it's at. Okay, what is technically water though? A turtle? Is that a water creature? Dolphin, salmon. Oh dang, we gotta get a lot of space now. Okay, so we're at the dolphin, pufferfish, tropical cod. This is gonna be so much fun trying to find room for all this. Let's get rid of the iron golem for now, and let's get rid of the white trap blaze. All right, let's get that. We already got that one. Okay, what about that one? Do we have that one? I don't think so. Okay. What else is water? I think that's all water, I think we're good on water. Now, I think, yeah, I believe we're done with it, to be honest. I want to say we got them all, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the thing is a turtle technically water? Okay. We'll put turtles and dolphins. Let's spawn some 4 turtles. I think that's pretty much a good size of turtles. And let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go with 4 dolphins. Why not? We need some dolphins in it. We'll put turtles and dolphins together because they're friendly. They're pretty much friendly together. Now, guys, since we got this, we're gonna have to place a glass compartment over them like this, just so that you don't jump inside them and harm the creature. So we're gonna put glass over it like this. What the reason why is so that it is for their safety and ours technically, that we don't hurt them, in other words. Also, if you do want to walk onto the location, like on the glass, you can to see get a better picture. But probably not. It's probably not a good idea. Because what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade it again, guys. This is what we're going to do. So since we are done with this location, we are going to turn this into another water place. Yay, with fun. It sounds like fun, it really is, to be honest. Alright, first you want to make sure this is leveled up again. You do not want to make sure you do not keep up with the level, because otherwise it will overfill and probably destroy the house next door, and your neighbor might not like it. Imagine someone building this in real life. That would be funny as crap. Like, they're over there trying to build an actual, like, as we're doing. Alright, this is what it looks like so far, guys. It does kind of look like a plain chain deal, but that's okay. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure you split it off, and we're going to split it off like this, because you got to understand we're putting a lot of creatures in here, so we can't just have it to where it's just one big oceanside view. So we are going to split it off. We're going to make sure this is a big tank, and since this location is not being bothered, we're going to make sure that we have another, I'd probably say about a 2-block location, and then we'll probably do it. How much blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 7-block. Dang, what the heck? Ain't that rich? We're gonna knock that down. It don't need to be that big. It's just holding fish. That's taking way too much space that we could be using for the other. Now, I'm gonna say probably at least do it at least a 2-level, like high, to be technical. Like if you're gonna build this, you probably do about like a 2-level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll start right there. So right there, that should be about. Nope, we went too far on the outside. We are going to make sure that this is the location that we're doing. I want to make sure this is all glassed up. Now, if you notice that a lot of this place is pretty good. This is a double size, so we're going to make sure we do spawn. I'm going to spawn, what type of fish is that? That ain't no tropical. Whoa, those are some weird fish, to be honest. They're probably going to die in a minute. Oh, let's get some water in it. Let's put some water in this. Oh, I think I went too far. Yep, I did. Oh, that ain't good. I went too far on that one. Okay, that should be good. Wait, why is it going in the middle? That doesn't make sense. Hold up. We're going to make sure that it gets fixed. The one thing you don't want to do is to have your fishes going in circles. So we have to make sure that... Oh, I think I did that one wrong. I want to make sure it's calm. I don't want them pushed like in the dough. I think that's pretty good. Let's put as many as fish as we can of the tropical and puffer fish. There we go. Give them a lot more color. This is a big tank. Oh, I think one of them. That was not my fault. I'm going to try to put as much tropical fish as I can. Now, we do know that we have salmon left. So our next one is the salmon, and we got the codfish. We're going to put that in this one. We want to make sure that this is the water level. You want to make sure it's at least the second glass. I wouldn't do like the first glass because you need to make sure you actually keep closest. Okay, yeah, this is getting to the point where it's crazy. I can't even put the water in without getting a hold. Let me see if I can get a level down. Oh, that's crazy. Why is it still doing that? Look at the freeway, dude. It's like crazy over here. Let's see if I can fix it. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix it, to be honest. Okay, now this side's doing it. Why are you doing it? I don't know. I don't get it. We're gonna make sure we put a lot of salmon in this. We're gonna put as many salmons as it. I think there's sharks that you can put in it. I just don't know. I haven't got that. Did one of the fishes get out? Why are they jumping out? This is the water. Like, I think I probably did it a little bit too cramped in that location. And let's get this fish because that died. There's one that died over here. I don't know how he got over here. That's just a little weird. Guys, so this is what it's going to look like so far. It kind of looks a little weird, but that's okay. We're all about weird stuff. So we're just right now just trying to work on getting it kind of accomplished. You can put seaweed in there to make them a little more homey. I'm just too lazy and I don't want to do that. You can add seagrass in there too. But guys, so we do have a pretty nice actually dill. It's pretty much mostly with water, but you know, it doesn't look too bad. But guys, I'm gonna at least add some sea lantern, or at least a sea lantern in both of them at least, so that way you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can do that. Wait, what's under this one again? Oh, it's nothing but water. I was about to put the sea lantern underneath them, thinking that was a good idea, and it's not. I put too much fish in here, to be honest. Oh my gosh, I can't even have space to actually put a lamp in here. I'm gonna have to do it like that on the corners, to be honest, because there's no way that these guys are gonna fit. I put too many fish in this one. I think I did that with this one. Let's put that on a 3. And we're just give them enough room. There we go. Oh. And since you got that, you do want to make sure you close it up. You do not want anything falling in or you still falling in. So I would definitely recommend using cobblestone. Cobblestone is really reliable material. I'm going to use that to cover up my fish tank, my aquarium. So guys, this is what it looks like when you get at least somewhat done. You can add however you want. You can change the glass out, change however you want. You can make it more character, but I just add the glass there. I'm gonna change the corners out in a minute. I'm thinking about using the actual oak logs. Dang it, that's not what I wanted. Okay. There we go. That way you can actually tell that there's something there. There we go. Let's do that with this one. No. Oh, this is what I hate. This is what I hate. This is what I hate. That's what I hate. No. No. Oh my gosh. This is what I hate. This is the one part I hate about this. They all want to try to escape. Ah, crap. Come on, no. Stop. Oh my gosh, look how many fish are dying because of this. I guess it kind of gives them some more room, but that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna have to spawn more fish. That's not good. No. Oh, not again. Come on. Let me do this already, please. Fine, you know what? All of them just come out and die so I can redo this because this is really frustrating. When all of them are trying to come out at the same time, it's really frustrating. I'm trying to get this to where it's actually like levels it. Please add some color to it so that way it's not all glass. There we go. That's a lot of fish, to be honest. Look how much fish I'm getting. That's not what I wanted though. I didn't want to kill all of them. But look how much fish died. I'm gonna have to spawn some more. No, not again. Are you serious? I hate fish, to be honest. I really do. I hate fish. They're always trying to get out. There we go. We'll make sure this gets done properly. Alright, the corner's always the tricky one. No. There we go. Close that out. There we go, guys. I think we finished it. I think we got more fish though, but we did. Now I gotta go spawn the fish. Look how much fish. 25 tropical fish, 5 puffer fish. How many freaking... Oh my gosh, dude. This is what I'm talking about. Fish are stupid as crap. Let me try to spawn some more in there. I don't think I can actually put dead fish in there, to be honest. Let me see if I can get the spawners now. I gotta go back to the spawners, which is so much fun trying to get the spawners back and then try to do this again. Wait, is a guardian water? Squid. Oh, I did. Oh, I didn't even. I forgot about the squid. Might add the squid later. You know what? Let's add the squid with the fish. I think why not? Tadpole. Wait, tadpoles are frogs. Oh, we can add those. Let's add another level, to be honest. Let's add another level. It just kind of feels sad that we just did like a low level. Where are the other ones at? Okay, there's the salmon. There's the puffer fish. There's the tropical. Okay. Don't stop jumping out, dude. Oh wait, did I just put a frog in it? Oh, I think those are puffer fish. I think they're just mini. Oh my gosh, you're idiots. To me, they're idiots. Like, they don't want to go in the water. They want to go above the water. Now, apparently there is, I forgot about the squid that is technically there. I want to say a guardian is a water creature, I guess. We can add those, I think. I think those are water, so we can add those. Might as well add those to the second level once we get it done. And guys, this is the first level, so we're going to build up to the second level so you can get up there. Alright, so let's start with this side. Let's get this. Guys, that's what it's going to look like when we get it done, if we can actually do it. Now this time we're going to actually, you know what, we're going to make it to where we can walk above that. Why not? Add some more fun to it. Why not? You're walking above the deal. And since we got that location done, you do want to make sure that you do close it off. We're going to close it off with a wood stripe. Completely 100% wood. We're doing a lot of wood because I think the wood adds more character than cobblestone. You don't have to do it however you, like I said, you can do it however you want. Next, we're going to calculate 4 blocks again. You do want to make sure that you add the... Man, I didn't realize it was that tall. It is a 3-story water... Oh, that is crazy. That is to be crazy. That is crazy. We're going to add torches later on later. Get it finished. But for now, we are going to try to hurry this up so that way you guys can see the final touch. I think on the roof, we're just going to do just basic, like... slabs, because I really don't want to do like a whole like roof on it. Okay, oh wait, I do have it. Okay, there it is. We're gonna make sure that gets done that way. Too bad they don't have sharks. I don't think they had sharks. They might have on the online one, but I don't think they did it on like the... What if they added like sharks? That would be harder, dude. Imagine you're trying to like find a secret treasure, and not only are you having to worry about drowning and the drownies, you're also having to worry about like the zombies, not the zombies, but the sharks. Like, imagine that. Alright, this is the final deal. So this is a very tall aquarium. This is a pretty much basic aquarium, to be honest. I don't know how a fish got out here, but we're gonna collect it too. Alright guys, so this is the way up. There is a location to get up here. You can just climb up here and see all the tropical fish. And little puffer fish. And then you can see the salmon and cods, which is right there. They're just being idiots. We're definitely going to add some more color in it later. Alright guys, so the next creature, we're going to do tadpoles, and let's do some squids on the next level. Now since we are on the next level, we're going to make sure the these get... I'll level these off. We probably should have did blocks, but I didn't realize like how much water creatures there was to be technical. So here's the location, and we can put some, let's put some wood on the floor, why not? Now you can understand this is the final building of the year. So when we start finishing up this will be the last part of the building. Hopefully we can actually just say that it is. What does a guardian eat? That's the question I've had. Like, what do you feed a guardian? Why are you in here? This is a private location. Get out, 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 get out. No, 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 no. You get out. Get out of here. I think we need to build a door because they're going to keep coming, try to come in here, and they're not supposed to come in here. Let's cover this up. We'll just say this is the entrance point. Oh, dang it, that don't work. Dang it, always has to be the stairs that give me the problems. Always in a million years, it's always the stairs. We could just leave it like that, and it's not gonna harm if there's a gap in the middle to be technically. All right, let's go spawn. Let's get the top level done. Hey guys, you do have to remember we do have to split this off. I do not know how to big the guardians are. They're probably pretty big. So we're gonna make sure that this is the final location. We're gonna make this big one here, the guardians location. No, because it is the floor, we're just gonna leave it. All right, let's make sure we do the guardians first. Oh, dang it. Did I get rid of my water bucket? I did. How in the world did I get rid of my water bucket? Alright, let's make sure that this is the location here. We're going to make sure this is the full location. You can put a level on it or however you want to do it. You can do it however you want. You do not have to do like, why is it not letting me do this? There we go. Are you serious, my brother? Okay, now we'll do it. But now it's wanting to do it. Alright, we're not even gonna do it. We're gonna spawn at least 4 of those goblin dills. And we're gonna do some big ones. Oh wow, we cannot do that. Oh crap. Okay, well that is gonna be a big guardian. Wow, that's a lot of creatures. But that takes care of those. Now we got the last deal to do, which is the tadpoles and the other ones. Wow, their tail is literally outside the glass location. Imagine you're just right here enjoying the view and they're just like whacking you. So let's make sure we put the glass on the side. We do not want to make sure these guys get escaped. The guardians are one of the most dangerous sea creatures, I believe, in the Minecraft server. There we go. So we're going to make sure that gets done like that. That is dangerous. Alright, now since we got that done, we want to make sure that this location here, and I would probably say at least here, this is the last location. Now we're going to make sure that this does get changed. I'd probably recommend using, like this said before, probably the oak logs. Like we did on the last one. I probably should have done that when I did these. But since these are a lot bigger, it shouldn't like hurt them as bad. They're not gonna like escape, so because they're so big. Okay, that works. But before I like actually build this one, I kind of want to get this side done. Just so that it shows you. So guys, that is what we're going to do right now. We're going to make sure that that gets covered, and we're going to make sure this gets covered before we place the last and final creatures. Which you guys already know, and we want to make sure that this is the last and final location of the season. Now, if you actually get anything for destroying your location, all your hard work is going to be wasted. To be honest, that's probably the... Oh my gosh. Every time, it always has this gap open, like it's like serious. Why does it do this? Oh, that ain't good, that ain't good. I gotta patch it. Oh, this ain't good. I broke the glass, and the glass is gonna flood down the bottom steps. That's not what we need. Dude, those animals sound really crazy. Alright, there we go, guys. That does kind of look right. It does not have to necessarily be that way. I want to make sure that this gets covered. It does not necessarily have to be glass. I just did the glass outline. You don't have to technically follow that. You can do however you want. Alright, guys. Now it's time to make sure that this gets split in there. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Come on. And where's the fourth one? Here we go. Let's put some multiple of those. We gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 4. I think we did it. Yay, guys, we did it. We did 4. Wait, why is the glass going out? That's a little weird. Alright, guys, so that's kind of what we're doing right now. Now since we got that done, guys, it's time to cover the last part of the deal, which is the roof. Now guys, we're going to do a cobblestone roof. You do not technically have to follow along with this. You can do whatever roof you want. We are going to leave the poles up dangling. That way we know kind of like similarity of where the actual poles are going to be at. Oh, yeah, see, we went too far. I hate when we do that. We go that way and then we go too far. And then the last part I think on this would be probably adding the lights in it. Which should not be that long, to be honest. I think this is probably like a 30-minute job, maybe, depending. If you're in survival, oh, it's going to definitely take you a lot longer just to get all the glass. Glass is a long time before you can make a lot of those. Why are they making that sound? It sounds weird. Alright guys, so now we got that done, and we're pretty much almost done. But we still have one last deal to do. We got to add some torches around the building, which is the fun part. You want to make sure it's at least the level it is. I'm going to add some lights on this thing. It's going to be brown as crap. It's going to be like a Christmas tree. 4th of July and Christmas tree all combined. That's going to be amazing. They sound so weird, to be honest. I don't know if like they're dangerous. I haven't seen them like in survival. When I'm going to survival, I never see those creatures, to be honest. But I really don't know if they're dangerous. But we added them in their deal anyways. Probably not feed them. Probably let them die. Just let them die. Don't even worry about that. Man, the tail is literally sticking out. I'm serious. Alright guys, so we did finish the torches on the outside. Now it's time for the last final piece. We got the inside, guys. Now once you get the inside, it shouldn't be that hard. It should be a pretty breeze. Let's add the torches here, here, here. There we go, guys. I think that's probably good. I don't... Oh yeah, I can definitely play it. I love the glass actual planes. Dude, is that squid going through the wall? That's a little weird. He's going through the wall. That's a little creepy in the process, but... Set some wood there. Add a torch there. There we go, guys. I forgot to add sea lanterns. Dang, I didn't do that when I did that. It technically doesn't matter as long as it's done. Those big guys are definitely... I probably should put those in the bottom one here because of how big they are instead of the dolphins, but... Alright guys, so that is pretty much how you build a aquarium. That's the way I was taught how to build an aquarium, I think. I think that I remember it right. Unless I did it wrong. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that helps you technically build a aquarium. I'm going to add one final touch. Just add a straight line. Just right on the edge. Why not? There we go. So guys, I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. If you did, press the like button. And don't forget to subscribe. I guess this is the best I've actually done for aquarium. I mean, I've built aquariums in the past. I haven't recorded on how to build them, but this is the best one actually, to be honest. Well, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that helps you. And until next time, it's Magic the Gamer signing off.